I'm back live again here, Juliet Macapila, and of course today is a very special moment here for me today, and I'm bringing a very special guest who is going to tell us his story. I'm here right down in Liverpool, and as I was sitting down and anyway, I'm sorry about the break earlier on. I got blocked by Facebook. So to bring you back live again and to just bring back Marcus' story, if you were watching, to come back. But here is the story. So thank you for coming back on Clive. I lost all of you earlier on. Yes, Almashal, thank you. And here is Marcus, who was telling us his story. And we're going to start back. Just briefly bring us back live to your childhood again. Marcus?
I was 14 years old, and I heard news that one day that my mum was murdered at the back of the Royal Liverpool Hospital.
And you were 14 years old?
14 years old.
Then, and now you're 28?
28.
Okay,
and
that's 14 years ago.
It's been in the public eye a lot, so it's all over Google.
This story you're telling me is in Google?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were 14. Do you have siblings and brothers?
Yeah,
okay.
2 sisters and a brother.
Oh, thank you. And thoughts are with you and family, and I look forward to meeting your sisters and brothers one day. But thank you so much for agreeing to share your story with us in the world. And you were telling me earlier on you were brought up in foster care.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
It was different. I've lived in 16 different foster homes before I was 10.
Okay, 16, 1
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. And then when I was 10 years old, I met a family who are still my family today.
Okay.
So they raised me and took me in as their own.
And you loved that family. Thank you so much to that gorgeous family. I also look one day and I'll follow your story.
Made a promise to my foster mum to keep me. If anything happens to her,
to take you.
Yeah.
So your guardian, basically. Okay, thank you so much. Hello, Emily, all the way from Kenya watching. Emily, I've got a special guest here, and I want to inspire every single person. Just listening to this story, and you hear where I'm coming from. Today I'm outside London. I'm in somewhere in Liverpool. But what got us talking? Tell us about your drag artist. You told me drag artist, and I asked you, what is drag artist?
A drag artist is basically, it's more like self-expression. It is, like, I'm male, but I basically do makeup and
dress like a lady.
Dress like
and
a lady.
You love
A
looking
stunning
beautifully.
Lady, a beautiful lady. So I can show you what I do. I have pictures. Which basically is, I am the one on the left. That is my drag mum on the right.
Drag, okay.
A drag mum is basically someone who's been in the business a long time.
Okay.
Who takes younger call them drag babies.
So mentoring, basically mentoring you into the business, yeah?
And over time, I've just basically sort of like...
So that is you.
Yeah.
And people will always confuse you as a lady sometimes.
Yeah,
you were telling me, like, people will say... That's you in Instagram. I couldn't hesitate not to laugh. And you enjoy dancing, yeah?
I do.
You do enjoy dancing. And thank you for sharing that with me. And thank you so much again. We're repeating this bit. We had done it earlier on. But I tell you what, I'm inspired by what you do. And so you started... And this is the dress that made us connect. I was wearing this dress yesterday,
I wear a lot
and he wears a lot of this print. You can see he's got one. So he said, I like your dress. And I said, oh, thank you. And I'd asked him to help me to zip as well. So we started connecting because of this. So I took a lot of interest with what we just started sharing and talking. I keep telling people how important it is to share and learn from another. So when I heard the word drug addict, drug addict, I'm sorry about this, I shouldn't laugh about that. But when I heard the term drag artist, we were like, what is you talking about? And I tell you what, we're still doing this. Yeah, and I tell you what, we're almost finished. Yeah, thank you. So when I heard about this, I was quite interested in what he's talking about. So I tell you what, I was really inspired because of his story. And he's telling me that you were telling us about your mom. Tell us again for people to hear this story.
She was a drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
She's a drug addict. I'm a drug artist. But because to do that line of work, she had to do things she had to do, and she was murdered. Basically.
And that took you into depression and all that stuff.
The drag helped me get through that. The
The-
drag artist,
The female stuff got you through all that. And thank you so much for sharing this story with us.
Okay.
And he wanted me to share this. And who is this again?
This is Angelica.
Angelica, lovely
She's
to
my
meeting you.
mentor.
Yes, mentor, yes. Okay, thank you so much, Angelica, for the work that you do. We love you to bits. I've heard a lot about you. Let's go in and you just quickly, I'm going to let him go and then I'll come back to... and is there something special that you'd like to tell people?
Just
there
how
something-
to inspire people. Don't, like, if you have something that you want to do, don't sit back. And if there's something that you want to achieve in life, or if you are holding internal problems or self-doubt, do whatever you want to do, because at the end of the day, we're all human, we're all in this together. No one should judge what people do. People go through all walks of life, we're all from all walks of life.
And you've inspired me to come back to Liverpool. I will definitely come to Liverpool.
Scousers.
Yes, and tell me, what are the issues in Liverpool? What do you think are the issues in Liverpool? Personal view, your personal
Liverpool's a
view.
very diverse place. It's very diverse. It's very multicultural. There's no problem with it.
Beautiful area as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
It's
seeing some
It's
sites.
very acceptant. It's very lively. People have a good sense of humour. Everyone's all about having a laugh. We're all. There's the football stadium. There's a Liverpool football club.
Are you a Liverpool fan?
I'm a red. Yeah. I'm a red. I'm a red.
Okay, and I'm an Arsenal fan.
Oh.
Welcome to London. Right. And yes, and challenges in Liverpool, what would you say?
There's a lot of homelessness. There's a lot of homelessness, I'd say that. There's a lot of areas which are run down, a lot of houses which aren't being looked into, but it's mainly homelessness. I'd say homelessness is a
Those
lot
are
of
the
homelessness in
issues, yeah?
Liverpool.
And who
Because
is your
it's a big
MP
city.
here?
I'm not too sure.
You're not too sure, so okay,
I've
that's
had to move over, I've moved.
okay. Thank you, and thank you for sharing. I will leave you, and one more time, tell us your favorite artist. Aho,
Rihanna.
Rihanna, and who
Maybe.
else? A bit.
Nicki Minaj.
Show people how you groove. You groove. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. You can see. Absolutely amazing to meet up with you. Shake 5, thank you. We're going to go to his room as we walk, and thank you for that. I will share this with you. And people watching from Kenya, people watching from Nigeria, in London, thank you so much. I will be quoting them, and I'll send you this clip. And thank you for being brave to share this with me. Here today, my guest is Marcus, who wanted me to... drag artist. He said to me I should say drag artist. So yes, you've learned what drag artist is all about. Right, and we will not make noise at all. So let me just get my key. Sorry about that, everyone. I'll just go to his room and just see how it is. And I just wanted to share you his story quickly. So he's in this room, little room, and he just wanted to show me how he dresses up. That is his, you can see. What's so special about that?
This is my alter ego. she helps me through.
She helps you through. So that's why you pick her. What's her name? Does she have?
Amara.
Amara. That's Amara. So she helps you through, and you've just got it, and you dress up for it. Thank you.
She's a leopard print.
Okay. Oh wow! Look at what brought me. That's what attracted him to my dress I was wearing yesterday. You can see. And what do you call that boot? The shoe. What do you have a name for it? The shoe. It's beautiful. I like it.
Amara's Killer Heels.
Amara's Killer Heel. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you so much. I will leave you to it, and I will come back to you later because we don't want to make noise. And this is the room that. And do you want to share your stories for your mom? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to share? Yeah. Go on. He's sharing. Which one was your mom? That's how young you were when she passed on. That's your mommy. And what was her name?
Anne-Marie.
And you meet, oh, Anne-Marie. It's the same name you've called?
Amara.
Amara, Anne-Marie. So that's your mom. Oh, bless you. Oh. I tell you what, I'm inspired. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
So everybody has got a story when they're doing drag artists. Most of them have got their stories.
A lot of gay men who've had issues, who do things.
To just bring it out. Thank you so much. You've really inspired us, and I'll follow your story. I'm blessed. Thank you. Thank you so much, and I'll come back to you. Let me finish this interview. Thank you. See you later. Thank you. He's gonna go and leave me. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later. Thank you. Thank you for that. Anyway, so everyone, if you're watching that, everybody, I'm not very good at it's emotional to me. It's emotional. So I've locked my door now. Locked my door. But I'm here, so now I'm back alone in this room. You can see I'm now back alone in this room. But I tell you what, it's not a usual weekend for me. It's not a usual weekend for me. Not at all. It's not a usual weekend for me. So I was coming for a holiday, but that is what I found. Anyway. What really started this conversation, as you can see, was that dress that I was wearing yesterday. That dress that I was wearing yesterday. You can see I've packed it, and I'm really bad at packing as well, so don't look, but there you go. So I'm in this room, and I come in excited. I'm coming in, and just me. Okay, just me. So, and thank you so much to William Mudhali, asanteni. Emily, asante sana. I'm here somewhere in Liverpool. I'll not tell you because of his story. So I'm just saying I'm in Liverpool somewhere. So I'm in a big room here on my own, and I'm just spending the night here a couple of days, and it's I paid for a place, and this is what I found. But why am I sharing this story, and why is it important for me to share this story? Yeah, Matasio Kagwa. I tell you what, and Fikile Mukelankako Dupe, lovely to see all of you. But I don't know if there is anything in your life here today that is going on in your life today, even myself. Sometimes, you see, I'm going to leave it like that as I'm talking, because I'm going to talk to myself, and I'm going to talk to you as well. But I'm going to say to you, as I wear my goggles, and just think about it. But if, for those of you who have been here listening to the story about this, I would say youth, who has just told us his story and shared his story and told us how his mother was murdered, basically. That is the story that I'm sharing right now. It's very emotional, but stop and think. This boy was 14 years old when that happened, and he's just shown us his the photo, and I just, yeah, let's just pause there for a minute silence, and remember his family. Remember his family wherever you are. Remember his family. He had sisters and brothers, and as he shared, he was brave enough to share with us what really happened. So sometimes it's not what people say, and you think to yourself, oh, when you see people sometimes depressed or something like that, but 1 minute silence there for him. Many Remain voters are mobilised too. And while Labour says another referendum should be an option, there's no ambiguity from those parties campaigning to stop Brexit. 2.5 years of disastrous negotiation, we're now confronted with the possibility of a no deal, which would be catastrophic for the country. It's absolutely clear that no Brexit is where we should be going. Others fighting for Remain votes on Thursday say there's no time to hold another public vote before the latest Brexit deadline, and say Parliament should revoke the process. Beginning of these European election campaigns, we've had time to provide. And thank you so much. I'll bring you all back now. I just needed to pause there for a minute. And yes, Emily, I know it's unbelievable, but these are the stories. Yes. So the job that he does is called drag artist. That's what he calls it, drag artist. I've just learned about it today as well. So a drag artist is the men dress up as women, and some of them, the reason why they do that is to tell their stories, and they call them drag artists. So it's the first time I'm hearing that word as well. That's why I took interest, because when I heard it, the first thing that went into my head was drug addicts. As you heard, I said, can you tell me more about it? I always say to people, listen and ask questions so you learn more. And again, I come back to the story and what really attracted him to bring the story to me. That was that dress. I was wearing that dress. So I was wearing that dress, and he's got exactly the same shoe as that dress that I was wearing. So he saw the dress yesterday. And as we were, sorry, I've gone back to just chill, because I want to bring a conversation, a very serious conversation here today. For those joining me here today, in deep thoughts, and I really want to bring the story of homelessness and also bring the issues about housing. So as I sit down in this hotel or place, or lodge, or whatever it is, I want to remind people about housing and homelessness issues across the whole of London, across the whole of the world, and across London here, that there's people who have been deprived in many, many areas. So I just booked into a hotel just to come and relax. And as you can see, I find all sorts. I find all sorts sometimes. Am I resting? Somebody's asking me if I'm resting. I'm telling you the story. And I tell you, I love to share these stories because it is important to tell the stories as you learn from each other. I bring in to you Dinesh Tamija, who is also standing as in the EU election. Dinesh, welcome. Jeremiah Kipainoi, karibu. Michael Ayokunle Otedola, lovely to see you all again. And I apologize for those people who were in before, and I lost you earlier on as I was playing some music, so I had to finish that clip and had to come back. But we are going back to this story and the purpose of tonight. The purpose of tonight is just a reflection on many things, that we should never take anything for granted, because sometimes we take things for granted. And I don't personally. I love to learn, and I love to share, and I love to bring the abundance that is within all of us. And as you can see, for those people who have been here from when I started, this brave youth decided to share his story in the world. It took time for me to get to digest it all, so I came just to share to share with you, because he actually wanted me to share his story, and he asked, and he said to me that story he's sharing, if you Google his story, it was everywhere in Google, and so he reminds me that is what is happening. But what have you been up to yourself? So me, I'm in Liverpool, somewhere in Liverpool. I will not tell you where I'm in Liverpool, but I'm in Liverpool. And what brought me to Liverpool was an event yesterday. So I was coming to enjoy an event which happened yesterday. It went well. And as I was dressing, and this is what I wore yesterday. That's the dress I was wearing yesterday, which is packed. I start packing back early, so that's the dress that I wore yesterday. And as I was passing out of the room, as you can see, walk out of that room, and my previous guest saw me and he said, "I love your dress," and I said, "Thank you." And that generated a conversation. And interesting, when I came in as well, I had met him out. I met him when I was actually coming in. So where I am here today is the first time I've sort of like experienced. Not the, it reminded me a lot. Let me not say that, but it reminded me a lot what people go through. So I come in, checking in this place, and the first thing that I got when I was checking in was, I was like, am I in the right place? And I thought, perhaps I'm not, but I was a little bit cautious when I come in. And why am I sharing this? Because I just had this feeling when I was coming in, maybe, I shouldn't book this place, and I should book it, or I shouldn't book it. And I chose that I should just book the place for 1 or 2 days instead of the few days I was going to be here. So I felt I should share this story with many people in the world. Perhaps I was meant to be here because he wanted to talk, and he wanted to tell somebody this story that he's just shared with us. It was scary, I must say to you. It's scary when you. And why am I telling you this? It's because I had to think very carefully what to share, what not to share, what to bring out to you in the public, his confidentiality, where do we draw the lines, and all that kind of thinking goes behind a lot of things. But he wanted to share. But it took me time to digest what to share and what not to share. He also wanted to use his name. I had asked him, should we change his name? He said no, he wants his name shared. Many a times we don't know people's stories. That is why I'm bringing this story up. So I just want to remind people never to assume anything. Some stories are very sad to listen to. So you've got a child who is 14 years old, whose mother was into drug, who was, like drug addicts. And that's why I always say I like to have open minds about things. I never just judge quickly. I like to have an open mind in many, many things in life. And that's just me. But I'm talking about open minds and not being judgmental. So today we learn about drug artists. Drug artists. So drug artists, simple, men who wear women clothes. Yeah, that is what it is. Men who wear women clothes. So he's taught me that men who wear women clothes are called drug artists. Now, in the past, I always think it's funny when I see many men wearing women clothes, but it's never occurred to, well, sometimes I think something is not right, don't get me wrong, but I never knew it was called drug artist. Some of them I just think they do it for fun. Some of them, when we see, we relate it to issues of diversity, LGBTs and whatever. But here's a story of a young youth who tells me what he does, and his main role is drug artist. That's what he does. Sorry, I'm just checking. So, how has been my day? My day has been quiet and thinking about life generally, thinking about our lives and how we live our lives, thinking about issues and problems of many people, and my own problems and family issues and my friends' problems and God knows what is happening in United Kingdom and what is not happening, and the TV and God knows what. I rarely watch TV, but today I decided I will watch some TV. So I've had some interesting programs, watching some interesting programs today. But there you go. So let me bring everyone back again. Clive Lewis, many thanks. Alma Shal, lovely to see you. Emily Wanjiro from Kenya, many, many thanks, and I love your work. She's a sports lady. She supports and empowers persons with disabilities. Sitting volleyball is her niche market there. Benjamin Puss, Matt, lovely to see you, and of course say hello to your wife for me. O'Neill Oliver Nganga, welcome, and William Mudhali, welcome. Fikile, welcome. Matasio Kagwa, welcome. Tell us where you are. Is it Netherlands? Yes, welcome from Netherlands. Michael Ayokunle and Jeremiah Kipainoi, Dinesh Damiza, Zara Shah, welcome. Elda Lebang, all the way from Fiji, welcome. Margaret Twist, all the way in Connect, welcome. Ole TJ, welcome. Masi Oruwari and Mundia Mundale, all welcome. So today I'm talking about life in general. And for those who were here earlier on, just you know what I'm talking about, but just to bring the rest up to speed. So we were listening to a story from a young youth, and he told us about what drug artist means. And as we were talking about that, I said, well, if that is what you call yourself, I would call you model. So we got talking about modeling and what it is all about, and he was like, what? I said, yes, you're a model. He'd never thought he's a model, but you can see he swags and swings and like that and like this, and he moves and he walks and he does it, and he pushes and he puts his head like this and puts his leg like that, and he does it really, like really, really nice. I'm talking about empowering and inspiring. And I felt happy when he smiled when I said, you're a model. He said, am I? I said, yes, you're a model. And it made him smile, and that brought my smile back. Yes, thank you so much for asking the question. Yes, drug artists, yes. That is what it is, Clive Lewis. Yes, that is what it is, he said. And he explained how his mentor, they call them drag mom. That's what they say, drag mom. And so he explained the duty of a drag mom is basically to help them. And it reminds me, somebody once told me this, but I never really grasped it. Now to come think about it, I never thought about it more. And I can see where sometimes English culture as well, if you think somebody is going there, they would have the fear in them, because then they would be imagining what's wrong with my child or what's happening. So again, you've got diversity issues there happening. Then you've got issues to do with the person's identity. Then you've got issues to do with the people expressing their feelings, and how people are expressing their feelings from their inner heart. For his case, he was expressing the feelings, and you've seen what he's shown us. So he wears the wig, and that's his mom, basically. That's his mom, and we've just been to his room, and then he puts his mom, and he's had to live with that, and he's never forgotten his mom. And he expresses that beautifully, but he's taken him 14 years and stuff like that. And he was explaining to us that he's been to 16 foster homes. And then he explains to me about his beautiful family, and the one that his guardian, and the guardian that brought him up, and basically reminds us how special the world is, and these beautiful people, and thanks to the foster guardian who took care of him as well. But yes, so the dress that started this conversation is that dress. Just a simple dress. A simple dress. A simple dress brought this conversation on. And that's my weekend. I don't know about your weekend and what you're doing. Mine's just here. I'm gonna take a sip of a drink, and let me pour myself something. I'll pour something for myself. No, I won't. But perhaps I should, actually. No, I'll just have something. But it's nice. And cheers to the foster care guardian that looks after him. And I don't know about you, but how caring are you in your life? How caring? I'm missing my sister. My sister, Penina, if you're here, I'm really missing you. So back to my sister now in Kenya. If you're here, you would help me to pack. You know the way I like you packing. My sister packs very quickly, you see. Me, I don't. So let me take these things down first of all. Oh, dear me. Oh, my goodness me. So, yes. So, I'm talking about issues to do with ourselves here. It's not easy. It's not easy, I tell you what. So, the dress that brought this conversation, yes, was that, yes, and he's got a shoe. Duncan, I lost you earlier on, and thanks for coming back. The music that we were playing got blocked, so I'm sorry about that, and so I had to restart again. But the full story as it goes is this youth lost his mom when he was 14 years old, and the siblings, and basically he got news that his mom had been murdered. And so that was the news he wanted to tell us. So yes, Tony Tukumbo, yes, I'm just sharing to everybody about how important it is to learn and share to learn from one another. Absolutely important. And I love people learning from each other, as you know. It's very, very critical. I love everybody learning from one another, as you know. It's very, very important. I don't know how your life is all about, but if you're here and you've been following that story, it's absolutely important to share your story to someone. It helps, and I love talking therapy as well. But I also want us to talk about housing. I had started about that. While sitting here today, I thought, I was quite afraid, I must say. I was quite scared coming in this place. And it's not that it's a bad room or anything, but it reminded me of things that we should not take for granted every day. So I came in. I was saying to you when I came in, because I was expecting a hotel. So I come in and I'm thinking to myself, I see people, and it reminds us, let's not take things for granted every day. And that's just me saying it. I don't take things for granted, or I try not to. Yeah, I try not to. Open judgment. I come back to open judgment and respect of each other, and respect of people's lives, and respect of so many other things that we may take for granted every day. If somebody needs you, stop. Sometimes that 5 minutes might just save a life. That 2 minutes might just help someone else. So yes, I just wanted to appreciate every single person. That story was quite touching. I had to share it because he really wanted me to share it. So I came live for him because it's important to support him. Maybe that's why I was brought to this place. I was quite tempted, like, oh my goodness me, should I, what, but for him to open up like that, it makes you think. I've had so many stories in my whole life, but this one was another level. And I always have another level. Perhaps I should write a book. So this weekend, African Wonder Woman, Saturday yesterday, I went to a very beautiful event. Well done to Titilayo. Well done. And thank you so much. And yes, I stopped to speak to this person as well. So I took my time as well. Sometimes people will say, oh, you were late. Yes, I was late, because I was listening to something also more important as well. Could it have waited? Maybe yes, but maybe not. I'll leave you to judge. Are there many more stories to tell? Yes, there is. Samuel Nyando, Karibu, and of course Tom Tukumbo, welcome. I left my charger yesterday somewhere, so I am struggling with this charge here. I'm trying to hold on.
An estimated 30,000 people going for charity, set a personal best, or perhaps just for fun. At this year's campaign event,
Let me just put this on here so that we don't lose our. I have to go through so much sometimes and learn how to do these things. Yeah, I'm charging the phone now. So yeah, so that I don't lose you, it's on 15%. It might cut off. But there you go. Yes, housing and homelessness. So while I was here, the memories of housing and homelessness has come into my mind, and I want to share about housing and homelessness today, and how important it is to be able to give. Hold on, somebody's there. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. Hello? Hello? Is it quiet? I'm still doing it. Hold on for me. Yes, hello.
Craig and Greg said you're more than welcome to come out and have a drink with us if you
Oh,
want
no,
to
thank you.
socialise.
No.
Just so
Oh,
we're-
bless you. Thank you. And that was, say hello to people again.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Everybody thanking you for all the stories that you shared. And
Thank
I'm
you.
absolutely delighted that you shared that story because it's helping more other people. And I'm still on and I'm still talking. And thank you for being brave to share that story. We inspire you. We are brave. We've taken a minute's silence. And thank you for inspiring all of us. You are my hero. For sharing that story bravely. We remember your mother. We remember your family. We thank your foster care guardian. Tell her you met African Wonder Woman. So tell her you met African Wonder Woman who thanks her gorgeously, and tell her we appreciate her love for you, for your family, for your siblings, for every single person. You're very special. And I love you to bits. Thank you for inspiring so many people of the world, and thank you for getting us to understand your history and to understand that not everybody is a drug addict on the street willingly. For that reason, you've become special.
Okay.
And thanks for
Thank
knocking
you.
my door again.
Thank you for listening. But
And people,
welcome to come.
yes, just say thank you. Tell them I will leave it because I'm still alive and I need to rest for tomorrow.
Okay.
But appreciate them and tell them many, many thanks.
Okay.
And again, let me say to you, you're very special. And if I've inspired you,
You have.
I hope that whatever it is,
We'll cross paths.
and our paths will cross, I'll follow your story, and I want to inspire you to become even a better person. Yes, to become a better person, because when you do well, we all do well. Are you together? When you do well, we do well. That is it. And thank you for also making us understand what drug artists are all about.
Okay.
I'm very, very inspired, and I will never pass any more drug artists. If anything, I'll ask them to tell me their story,
Okay.
because you've
They've always
inspired
got a
us.
story, and
They've
that's the
always got
reason
a
why-
story. And you told us about the drug moms and everything. Thank you for being brave.
Okay.
Many thanks. And I've told everybody about that dress that started the conversation. Many thanks. See you later. Thank you. All right. That's my life. So he just came in and he knocked my door, and that's my weekend. Yes. So you can see. So I'm going to lock myself in. So I'm locking myself in because you can see I even have to check the door as much as I'm just trying to show you something. I don't know if people are following, but I just want to share with you things we might take for granted, things that we might just pass. And my fears were real when I came in yesterday. My fears were actually very, very real in terms of, oh, should I be here? Should I not be here? But I just thought to myself, I'm in my room, as you can see. In fact, I've got another extra 2 beds here. Big bed over here. And yes, and that's what has happened this weekend to me. The first person that I met when I came to this hotel was that person. He was standing outside, and I was busy quarreling with the person, not him, but when I came in at the door, it was written that ring this number to enter hotel, and I was like, what is this kind of place? So anyway, so that was my weekend. Started like that, and it's an interesting weekend, but I'm sharing these moments because I felt that it's important to remind people not to take life for granted. And in this room, whatever is happening in this room, this is what is happening in this room here today. And thanks for him to remind us. So just to encourage him.
It's been very difficult to manage the depression.
Many of us have got a talent as well.
felt to me like a never-ending spark.
Yes, we do all have a talent, but it's finding that talent and finding that person in you so that you're able to learn to share, you're able to learn how to even speak to many people and also to think. So anyway, come back to what I was saying. Whew. Sometimes, yeah. Hey, my dear. So, what am I eating? I'm just drinking Red Bull at the moment, and my plan for this weekend was to read the book Teach Me. I'm already on page 70. I have a few books I was going to read, but I haven't managed to do that because I wanted to also read Beyond Brexit, and I wanted to also read another one. Let me tell you which other book I was going to read. So I don't know where that book is. It should be somewhere. I had another book somewhere. Yeah, this one is the one that I was carrying. And I wanted to read this one, this one. The Power of Modern Spirituality. I like reading books, you see. They inspire me. But come back to the story. There's no structure to telling you anything. I just felt I should tell you what I'm doing this weekend. And that is what has happened. So I locked myself. I came in and I made sure. When I came in, I was told, you don't leave your door open. That is what I was told. Straight away, alarm bells. Alarm bells. Don't leave your door open. Straight. Alarm bells. So you can see. Everywhere I go, if I go to the toilet, I have to close my door. If I go to the bathroom, I have to close my door. If I do whatever, I have to close my door, basically. But it makes you realize the things that we should not take for granted. And that is why I thought I should share with you, all of you today. We should never take anything for granted. When we have our homes, when we have a nice special home, yeah, you know, it made me compare normal hotels with hotels like this one that I'm in today. Are you seeing the picture? Eh? It is a normal hotel. When I'm booking it from booking.com, to me it was just a normal hotel. Yeah, but you can see what I got. You can see. So, why am I telling you this? Why am I sharing this story with you? Why am I sharing this story with you? Because that's that time. So he saw me. I'll come back to what started the conversation. A simple dress. I'm wearing that dress. That is the dress. Even I'll look at it properly. So now, and the way I like this dress, I love this dress, you know. I love that dress. It was shiny. That dress was picked. I selected. It's a modeling dress. I love it. I don't normally often wear it. I think the last time I had worn it was when I was in the Lib Dem invite with Paul Lucraft. So I wore that dress then, as you can see. I wore that dress. And I love my dresses. I like different things. I love different colors. So I love different colors, and I always pack. I'm packing for tomorrow, so I start packing early because I'm very bad at packing. I get stressed out while I'm packing. I get stressed out. It's my sister who likes to pack for me, and she does a very good job. I miss her so much, you know. I'm a very poor packer, by the way. I can pack the whole house. I'm very bad at packing. But anyway, so that is what brought this conversation. Address brought that conversation. And it reminds us a lot of things. So I come into this hotel or lodge or whatever you want to call it, and the first thing I got was I was not comfortable in the street, sort of. I was like a little bit afraid, I must say. You pick your instincts. So I'm sitting down there and I'm thinking to myself, but why am I feeling like this? And I'm coming to a nice place. Why am I feeling like this? And then the next thing is I was looking for a taxi, and this youth said to me, if you're coming back tonight, make sure you take a taxi. That's what he said to me. And I said, okay, thank you. I took the advice and I took a taxi to come back home. And keep your keys. Lock your room. You lock your room. You lock your room. You lock your room. I've locked it. I've locked my room. But it can be scary. And it can be scary. You know, I had to really